Hey guys, Ralph here. Welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this wonderful Wednesday here in Connecticut. Life's good, campers. Life's good. You know, so often, and I don't know why, I usually start off with the weather. Have you guys been getting this soot coming down from Canada and the fires? Yeah, my brother got it up in Syracuse, and literally it looked like there was a blizzard outside. You couldn't see buildings, you couldn't see cars. Anyway, we didn't get it that bad, but definitely, this is the time you should be wearing a mask, and smell like somebody cooking out, having a cookout. Anyway, with that said, you saw the thumbnail. My man, the boss of Brazil, Sylas Xavier. We'll talk about the book of the month in a minute. Let me honk a little bit and then we'll talk about Sylas. F's above high C, double C. I'm getting a little frisky today. And some hiding, movement 3. Life's good. I'm coming out with another juice cleanse book. I'll let you know. Anyway, Sylas Xavier. He is one of literally one of my first subscribers on this station. And I taught him for quite a while, right when the channel just came out. Now, he had studied with Jerry for a long time, and he is a hardcore Super Chops guy, hardcore. I will say this. I'm going to go out on a limb. And I'm going to say, actually, I have a picture. How's that? For a trip down memory lane. That's Jerry's studio at the warehouse on Staten Island. Anyway, with that said, I would say he and I probably know more about Jerry's system than anybody in the world. Okay? There's some other guys. Perico knows his stuff. Nick knows his stuff by now. A handful of my students. There's some other guys. A lot of guys. Ray Rosario knows his stuff. Not all of them teach it. Okay? Not all of them teach it. They're terrific players, but they don't necessarily teach. Dave doesn't teach. Okay? Anyway, with that said, Sylas, he came to me, again, just at the inception of this channel. And his personality and all things chops and Jerry related is so infectious, man. He just loves for it. He lives for this. I guarantee you guys, if he lived up in this area, we'd be fast friends. We'd be fast friends. I am definitely going to go down to Brazil to visit him, and he has an open invitation to come up and visit us anytime he wants to. The thing about it is, there is a caveat here. He came to me initially because he was suffering from dystonia of the lip. Now, I understand his father is a doctor, so he knows from different methods of treating this and all this sort of stuff, but he just can't seem to get over the hump. Now, he stayed with me for a long time, and we spit buzz, we tried different mouthpieces, the whole 9 yards, and there was at one point where he really thought he had it. He thought it was back. and he had a setback with the dystonia. And since that time, it's 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, and everything like this. And he's not back to where he was supposed to be. But I'm telling you what, man, the reason I call him the boss of Brazil is he's the best teacher in Brazil. And he's got literally thousands of students. And the reason that he came to me is one of his students came to me about a month ago and sat right here and took some lessons. And very, very, very nice guy. His name is Hermes. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. And not a professional player, but Sylas had him set up so perfectly. The notes were popping, blah, blah, blah. He actually, he did not, that's another thing. There's not a lot of 1SBs down in Brazil. They're a little pricey. Not everybody can afford it, blah, 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 blah. And Hermes actually came up to get the mouthpiece. He bought 2. And, yeah, but since he was coming up personally, come on, let's play. He didn't even bring his trumpet. He played my trumpet, and I took out my Getzen, and we had a great time. Very, very nice guy. But while he was here taking his lesson, we Skyped Sylas. And once again, he's just doing great. I showed him this picture. Sweet bird of youth. But I'm telling you what, man. Anyway, I did an article about him years ago on my my book of the month. Put him on the cover. Now, all of you that are new, and there's lots of new subscribers here. Since this one, there's close to 1,000 new subscribers. Now listen, for the longest time, I was the health and fitness columnist for a major Connecticut newspaper. Okay? I love writing articles. These long War and Peace, that's not for me. 2-3 page article on something I know about, I love it. I knock it out. And it was on health and fitness, so I talk about, carbs and all this sort of stuff. And I'd write an article. My wife would edit it, and I just press a button, and it was at the newspaper that day. I checked my bank account tomorrow, my payments. I loved writing articles, and that's what these books of the month are. I do have method books, True Power to the Max, Double C Manifesto, and all. Those are method books. Okay, these are just a series of articles about videos that I've done. Current players in Herseth. Piccolo playing. Spit Buzz for double C's. Trump and me. I worked for Donald Trump for 5 years as a trumpet player and booking music for his hotels and casinos. Ka-ching. Anyway, so that's what. So this is an article about Sylas Xavier and what's going on down in Brazil, and several other articles as well. And that's $10. Contact me at the email at the end of this video. That email is my PayPal info. So you go to PayPal, type in that info, drop $10, and you will have the Sylas Xavier, Boss of Brazil book today. Sylas, I love you. You know that. You're the best. And one day, like so many of these guys, Perico, never met in person. Nick, never met in person. We can go right down the list. Sylas is, I feel he's a near and dear friend. Never met him in person. Anyway, and one day we will. And keep spit buzzing, my friend. Just keep spit buzzing. Life's good. What you're doing down there is terrific. Hermes was set up beautifully. All right. Anyway, eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power. Not the fake stuff, true power. Love you all.